She make the dick disappear. I call it magic. Louis Vuitton, all of my fabric. Catch me in traffic. Where I'm from, dead by 21, that was the average. I'm 28, cool and trying not to repeat the madness. Stashed the work in my jacket, unzipped the fur off the mackage. Feet was hurting from callus every day eating that.
Man, how is everyone feeling at this point in time? This is, of course, the MustyMoonCriket, and we back again, talking about some foo-foo, some boo-boo, some nay-nay, just some shit, you know what I'm saying? Some nay-nay boo-boo. And, yeah, what we're talking about, the topic at hand today, it's a doozy. It was a challenge. It challenged me as a gamer. You know, it challenged my tolerance, it challenged my patience. It challenged me, and I'm happy to say I came out on the other end of the tunnel. Like, I saw the light in the tunnel and I said, listen, we almost there. Keep pushing. Don't give up. You almost there, homie. And I looked myself in the mirror when I was done. And I was like, you know, you did that, man. You did that. That was for you. And I was proud. I was proud. Because today we talk about a game that I like to go by the name of Ghost Recon Wildlands. And, yeah, just a little background on the game. The game is actually developed and published by Ubisoft. Or Ubisoft, however you might pronounce it out there. You know, so Ubisoft, they got all the games. They made Rainbow Six Siege, came out, I think 2 years ago, last year, I don't know. And they also they made the Assassin's Creed. They're behind the Watch Dogs series. You know, Ubisoft is they're big in the gaming franchise. You know what I'm saying? The whole gaming scenery, they're big. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, no need to go behind any background on Ubisoft, because everybody knows who they are. If you play video games, you know who they are. Anyway, moving on. So, now let's talk about Ghost Recon Wildlands. And first, let's talk about my origin with Ghost Recon in general. Now, Ghost Recon, I really, to be honest, I played all of them. I mean, I played the Warfighter series, and I played Ghost Recon. Actually, I own Ghost Recon Future Soldier. Probably around here somewhere. But one thing about me that I realized actually after playing this one, I've never actually beat any of the Ghost Recon ones, any Ghost Recon games besides Wildlands. Like, I played Warfighter 1, 2, and I don't know which one came. I know I played Warfighter 1 and 2. Played them. I feel like I put some hours into them, but like back when those games came out, I was like really young. Like, I was really young, and like I didn't really, I wasn't disciplined enough to play my games and beat them. Like, that was back when I played a game, did my thing, and once I got bored, I just put it back on the shelf, and I forgot I even had it. So I did that with Warfighter 1 and 2, and then I remember, like, my parents bought me Ghost Recon Future Soldier because I wanted it so bad. I thought that was the game about to be the truth. Bought it, and then I remember, like, for some reason, I think maybe I couldn't get past a certain part in the game. Yeah, I had to be stealthy, and I couldn't be stealthy, so I was ass. I mean, I'm pretty bad at stealth games now, but I was fucking terrible back then at stealth games. So, like, I just think best parts, I said, yep, fuck it. Put it on the shelf, moved on. You know what I'm saying? Never looked back. So now, I picked this game up, and I was like, you know what, man? Like, I'm not gonna be on that foo-foo, none of that boo-boo, none of that bullshit now. I was like, I'm actually about to pick this game up, play it all the way through, and beat it. And man, I tell you one thing, this has been a challenging game to beat. And I don't mean as in challenge like, oh, it's hard, I say I couldn't go through a lot of parts. I mean, like, this game challenged my patience. Like, this game really, like, you know what, I'm just gonna elaborate on that more so later, on why this game was a mental challenge rather than, like, button mashing, thumbstick physically challenged. Like, it was a mental challenge to beat this game. But yeah, let's move on from there. Let's move on to the story of Ghost Recon. And the story of Ghost Recon, I'm letting you know right now, it is basically it's a third person action adventure. And when it comes down to the storytelling of the game, honestly and truly, I'll let you know right now, to basically sum this story up in one word, without trying to be too negative, but I got to anyway, it's a pretty fucking boring. It's boring. I mean, really, I don't know what else you can describe it as. I mean, it's not the most immersive story, especially once you get to that, that 20-30 hour mark. It really stops becoming immersive. But yeah, let's give it a little overview real quick before I start going in. Alright, it takes place in Bolivia, you know what I'm saying? And I'm guessing, they've made it to look like Bolivia is like, the cocaine capital of the world. And you are under a CIA agent named Karen Bowman. And Karen Bowman, she has this DEA agent that was a good friend of hers. He got killed, and now basically she's kind of like on this revenge/avenge mission in Bolivia to take down the Santa Blanca cartel, which is the drug smuggling cartel in Bolivia. And it's headed by some generic face tatted big ass, Bolivian dude or wherever the hell he is, named Sueño. He's the drug lord. And basically, it really is just a manhunting game. Like, the game's really is a giant manhunt. I mean, it's a big ass web, and you gotta basically, take out, it's basically like it's like layers, It's like, this whole game's like an onion. You're peeling back a layer at a time, and at the very root of the onion, whatever the hell you call the inside of an onion, it's Sueño. So basically, you're just taking out all his little underbosses and leaders of every single category of, his production and all that security and all that shit. Take all that down, and then you get to Sueño, and then Sueño's the main goal. Now, for my personal, views of the story, like I said earlier, it's boring. I felt like first of all, I don't like how the whole story took place in one fucking room. Like, every time, a cutscene triggers, except for maybe the very beginning and then the end, every single cutscene is in one room. Like, all you're doing is just, you capture some of the little underbosses or buchons, what they call them. Some of them you kill, but a lot of them you capture and you bring them back to interrogate them. And it's just the same thing. And I'm not gonna lie, like, the characters in this game, to me personally, also fucking suck. I'm not gonna lie. First of all, you play as some guy named Nomad. That's the character, the leader of the Ghost Squad, Operation Kingslayer, that's they call it. You play as dude Nomad, and he's fucking generic ass. He's a generic ass soldier. And, if you decide not to play the game in multiplayer, if you decide to play it in single player, you get 3 little comrades. Couldn't tell you their fucking name because they're also extremely irrelevant. I think literally playing the campaign with the AIs, I think literally the Nomad said one of his little AI partner's name one time. He does not fucking address them. They're like the most, dude, they're like fucking irrelevant. Like, it's crazy how irrelevant your partners are. Like, they help out you well in combat. I'll give them that. Like, if you go down, they are always there, to revive you. But, and they got some fucking incredible aim. But that's more so in the game. We'll talk about that later. But when it comes down to actual personality, absolutely fucking suck. Along with you. Karen Bowman is some fake ass badass. She's playing this role like she's so fucking tough. She's this tough CIA chick, but she really has you doing everything for her. You are honest. Nomad is just her bitch, 110%. She fucking calls you up. She tells you to go get somebody. You go get them, and then you bring them to her. She talks shit to them, make them scared, and then she's like, all right, up on to the next one. You're like, yes, Miss Bowman, You salute her, and you're on to the fucking next one. Like, you're honestly a bitch. Nomad's a bitch. Let's be honest with one another. And Sueño's some fake ass deep cartel leader. Like, he's fucking trash too. Like, let's be honest. Like, Sueño's trying to act like, cocaine is more than just cocaine, like it's not just, he don't look at it as like a drug. He looks at it as something to keep society, progressing forward. He's like one of those villains that think what he's doing is right, and it's like, dude, who gives a fuck? And every single one of his underbosses, they're also trash. So you capture one of them, you bring him in, they sell out that motherfucker so quick. He's not one loyal one in the bunch. It's like, alright, well, that was easy. All you do is bring them to the fucking interrogation room, threaten to cut their balls off, whatever you threaten to do, and then they're like, alright, sweet, Sueño, yeah, he did this, he did that, he did this, he did that. Like, fuck. I'm not gonna lie, the story, I'm not a big fan of it. I'm just, not a native guy to play games, but the story, yeah, it's nothing to write home about, let's be honest. But anyway, alright, so moving on from the story, we're gonna go over to gameplay, and what can I start about the gameplay? See, the gameplay, alright, I'll start talking about the graphics. I'm not gonna lie, like, when it comes down to the personal customization of your character, because the game does have customizable characters from the very start. You know, you pick your beard, you know, if he has any scars, you know, you can put some frames on him. Like, you can customize from head to toe. I'll give that as a check mark, like something that thumbs up rather than down. The game has nice customization. And when it comes down to the character customization, you know, the character detail, the graphics are pretty nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, graphics look good, you know, because they really pay attention to, like, making your guy, you feel like a badass soldier. You know, you look like one at least. But one thing I will kind of like be like, all right, now the graphics are taking a little hit, is when it comes down to this environment in the game. Because I'll let you know right now, this environment is very big. And when you, like, once you actually get outside and start moving around doing your thing, you start realizing, like, this game really is not that good looking. Let's be honest with one another. Like, I mean, you just feel like you're in a giant ass. You feel like, dude, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of this Bolivia. Like, I mean, like, yes, now we transition from here to the setting of the game. The setting game take place in Bolivia, and you know what I'm saying. And I'm just not gonna lie, like, I mean, you can tell they try to change up a little bit. You know, you might go to a certain part. First of all, the fucking map, it's a little too much. Like, okay, I understand, you know, every single developer wants to fucking one up one another. Like, oh, well, you know, last year's game we did this, but guess what? In this game, we have a map that's 10 times bigger than the last map. And it's like, bro, like, we didn't need all that. We're not asking for that, man. We just want it in a live, immersive world. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty dense. You know, it gotta be fucking huge. Every developer is trying to make their map bigger than the last guy. And it's like, dude, to a certain extent, we're not trying to fucking we're not trying to pack a goddamn snack in the real life to travel across the map like we're going on a fucking road trip. Or like we should not have to be like, literally, if you were to drive from one corner of this map to the other corner of the map, you would literally have to set some time aside in your day. Like, that's how big the goddamn map is, and it's unnecessary. No one asked for that. We don't need it. And for the most part, I mean, the map don't really, I mean, like, you might go to some parts of the map and you'd be like, all right, yeah, this is kind of a snow area, or okay, this map kind of has more of a rainforest look to it, this part of the map. But other than that, like, no, like, there really is nothing. Like, for the most part, it looks a lot the fucking same. Like, you're not really looking around like, oh, well, you know, at least this area looks different. Like, for the most part, you really can't tell you're in another province. Like, I mean, like I said, you might get the occasional, like, little snow region, and then maybe like more of a rainforest type one. Not a big fan of the settings either. And then I guess now I'm talking about the mechanics of the game. Mechanics of the game also, like, I don't think I'm the biggest fan of it. Like, and I hate to sound like, you know, I put stupid amount of time in the game. I'm not like somebody who played this game and like all rips are jumping conclusion. When I first popped it in, I was like, oh yeah, I like this game. You know, I thought I can, like, oh, this ain't won't be bad. I can play this game. I can just, you know what I'm saying, take down this cartel. Like, won't be a big deal to me. I won't overthink it or nothing. But like, once you start putting those stupid amount of hours in the game, you start realizing the game's flaws. And I'm not gonna lie, like, you know, first of all, mechanics, like, when you first play the game, like, first hop in, they make it to where you, like, you know, when you aim down sights, you immediately go into aim down sights. Like, it goes from third person to first person. And some people might like that, but I did not like that at all. Like, I had to go in the settings and take that off. Like, I did not like how, because, like, say, for example, a dude's in your face, and you kind of panic, you know, go to panic shoot, and you go from third person to automatically, like, first person, you're like all on this dude's shit, and you're like, oh my gosh, like, back up. Like, I'm not a fan of that. And then the cover system, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of games nowadays, they want to, like, you know, evolve the cover system to, like, where you're not really sticking to cover, you get near cover, then that cover now becomes part of you and shit. And then, like, you know, I'm not a fan of that either. Like, and just, you know, I don't know, in the shooting in the game too, you know, I'm not a fan of the shooting in the game either. Like, something about it, like, I think maybe because I put so much time into it and it got so old that everything just started becoming whack to me. Like, I was like, dude, everything in this game is not doing its thing for me. And, like, you know what I'm saying, and that's just me personally, okay? I'm not about to go buck wild on it, you know, but the game also, I mean, I guess I could comment in the game on. The game has a lot of content, but it feels like, you know, just like collectible, like kind of useless content. A lot of content you don't care about. Like, for example, okay, I will say this. the game has a shitload of weapons. Like, the game actually does have a lot of weapons. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's actually, weapons are kind of like a collectible in the game. You know, every time you go to a new region, you know, you go to the intel part. Like, every time you go to the region, they got little little eye logos that's like basically short for like information. And you go to them, you get information about that region, the map, and like it'll highlight, you know, all the upgrade points. You know, it'll highlight, you know, where all the weapon accessories are and any weapons that you can add to your arsenal. So basically, every region has like 2 or 3 weapons you add to the arsenal. And you know what I'm saying? It ranges from like submachine guns, assault rifles, snipers, shotguns. First of all, little bag notes. Well, I don't know why the fuck this game has shotguns like that. I'm never like really in like that close contact where I'm using a loud ass shotgun. I not use a shotgun one time. Anyway, all right, back onto what I'm talking about. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shotguns, all this shit. But like, I don't know why. Like after a while, getting all these weapons, I got every single region I went to, I did all the collectibles. I said, fuck it, I'm here now, I might as well just get them all. So I got every single weapon that comes from a region. And after a while, like, I started getting desensitized to getting new weapons. I started not give a shit anymore. Like, a lot of them kind of felt different. I mean, no, a lot kind of felt the same for me. You know, they did, you know, have little different specs, made them differently. They started feeling the same, and then me personally, I played every weapon, every assault rifle. I always had assault rifle or SMG equipped, no matter what. And every time I had one, you know, I would always kind of end up putting on the same components. That's how I played. Like, I put on a silencer, and I switch over my fire rate to one shot, to semi-auto. And I'm not gonna lie, I mean, that's me personally, but it just started feeling all the same. Like, for a minute, I'll play with a weapon for like a good duration of time, and then I would forget what weapon I'm using. I'm like, wait a minute, what gun I got? Oh, I got this. I got the MP7 right now. Shit, when I get that gun? All right, let me just switch it up. I would just switch it up just for the hell of it. Like, well, let me just do it just to switch. I'm not using the same gun the whole goddamn game. But really, there's really no urgency to switch your weapon up. But yeah, I mean, that's just that's that. But I'm saying it has vehicles, but I swear to you, like, there's fucking 3. Like, I mean, there's a pickup truck, there's some bullshit, like, you know what I'm saying, a little hoopty car. You got the really fast ass Lambo. There's like literally 2 motorcycles, like 2 types of helicopters, and like one kind of like anti-armor vehicle, and kind of in between, like maybe like some kind of like, you know, like Unidad, which is a faction in the game, and like kind of like one that a little lightweight, kind of like go-kart gun, whatever you want to call it, with a fucking turret on it. The vehicles game is not trash as hell. I'm not gonna lie. There's not very much variation vehicles whatsoever. You know, and the game has side missions too. The basic side missions are also just like really just to add to your progression. That's really all it is. Cause like, I mean, basically when you want to upgrade your character, like you need certain amount of health, or you need a certain amount of like side mission points in different categories to actually upgrade what you want to upgrade. So that's where side missions really come into play, where they basically motivate you to do those. But they get so goddamn repetitive, and the worst part about it, like, they get stupid repetitive. Like, you just feel like after a while it's fucking drone work. And that's kind of the problem with the whole goddamn game. The game just feels like drone work after a while. Like, you feel like you're at work doing the same thing. It just, you know, I'm not talking about like that yet, but you know, and the game also has collectibles. I mean, you know, you come around and you get like these little audio logs, you know, about, you know, maybe somebody in the cartel, one of the underbosses, you know, maybe he's talking to somebody else, or Swing talking to one of his peoples or whatever. And I'm not gonna lie, the collectibles, I mean, if you're an achievement hunter or a trophy guy, then that's all you're doing it for. You really don't give a shit about what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, one collectible, like I said, one collectible that really kind of is cool, I guess, is the guns. But after a while, they start losing their effect too. And the collectibles are really just for, I guess, in a broad perspective, like, they're really just for like achievement people or, you know, trophy hunters. And I mean, you know what I'm saying? The game also has, you know, let's say the game has upgrading RPG elements. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you maybe get takes one of the Buchans or one of the, you know, the big bosses, you might get like a special weapon, or you might get like a special like accessory for like, you know, appearance, or you know, I mean, and the upgrading is pretty sweet, I guess. I mean, you upgrade yourself physically, you're shooting, upgrade your squad, the rebels that fight alongside you. You know, I mean, you know, just really the same. This really, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, when I upgraded, I still didn't really feel that much powerful. Like, I mean, I upgraded, like, you know, my bullet resistance, so I didn't get downed after like 2 shots, which is pretty sweet. I mean, other than that, I'm not gonna lie, the gameplay of this game, like I said, when you first hop in, you're doing your thing, you know, and you just, you know, you're going from mission to mission. It don't feel that bad. You see all the guns that are possible for you to unlock, so you're like, oh hell yeah, like, you know what I'm saying, like, it acts like a motivational factor. But then I promise you, once you put time into the game, you start realizing you are literally doing this same exact shit over and over again. Like, and not even just the side missions, like the main missions too. Like, once you hit that certain mark, you're just like, so is this really, like, what the hell is? I think probably sum up everything you do in the game. You know what I'm saying? You go over, you may destroy some, like, you know what I'm saying, some drug equipment. You might, you know what I'm saying, go into a base, you know, sneak in and blow it up, you know, or go in guns blazing, really, how the hell you want to handle it. You may have to tell one of the high-ranking drug lieutenants, tell him to a certain spot, then once he gets there, then go in there and capture him or kill him or interrogate him. Or you may have to just go in there and kill somebody. Like, I'm telling you, you're doing the same exact thing over and over again. And like, it's so crazy. I really feel like this game was not meant to be beat fully. Like, cause literally, once you get to the halfway mark, they tell you, like, yo dog, you want to just take out Sueño? Like, you don't have to finish, like, you take down 2, like, you know what I'm saying, 2 branches out of 4 of the drug web or whatever, and they like, yo dog, you know, you're good, go in there and take out Sueño, like, hey, do your thing. And you're like, what the fuck, like, and it's like, they didn't understand, like, dog, we didn't respect anybody to actually go through with this shit. And the game has multiplayer too, but I really would like to see, like, a good group of friends literally tackle this goddamn multiplayer, you know what I'm saying, together. Because I promise you, like, either friends would just be like, dude, I can't see a group of friends, like, me and my friends, like, I tried playing with my friends when the beta and like when the game first launched, and I was like, dude, we weren't doing shit, we're just fucking around the whole time. Cause like, it wasn't a world that you wanted to get invested in. It wasn't a world you wanted to get invested in. So like, we start, you know, we do like 1 or 2 missions, then we start getting ADHD and we start just like fucking one another. Like, I say, okay, fucking with one another. That was pretty gay. Anyway, fucking with one another and like, you know what I'm saying, like blowing shit up and like just doing, like, just terrorizing Bolivia. Like, the game is really meant with friends for ADHD. Like, you gotta play with friends, you people play with randoms, if anything. And hopefully you guys end up fucking around. But I'm saying, like, but like, you play the game solo though, and then it starts really just feeling like a goddamn chore. Like, you feel like you're clocking in to play this game. Like, there's a point in time, literally, I was watching TV. Like, I had the TV set up in front of my monitor, and I was playing the game while watching TV. Like, literally, like, mainly focused. I'm talking about, like, driving a car in the game and, like, driving off a cliff. Like, oh, shit. Because I'm watching, like, fucking something, like, on Netflix or something while I'm playing. That's how bored I was with the game. Like, at a certain point. That's bad. Like, it should never get to that point. But, I mean, actually, just to wrap this up, like, I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the story was meh, and it's not, you know what I'm saying? It is not the most you can invest it in. You know, the gameplay in the game, I mean, is, you know, when you first touch it down, first hit boots on the ground, you know, it's pretty fun, you enjoy it, but then I'm telling you, once you hit that certain hour mark, you're just like, alright dude, like, are you fucking, alright, is this really all we doing right now? And then when it comes down to multiplayer, I mean, like I said, it's a 4-player co-op, you know, it's fun, you know, I mean, like I said, it can be fun, but for the most part, you know, I don't think any 4 friends, unless they're trying to reach some kind of certain goal, are actually gonna beat this game 4-player co-op. Like, actually take down the entire web, the entire drug web. I highly doubt it. Without somebody being like, yeah, bro, this is fun and everything, but yeah, fuck this. I'm gonna do something else in my life. Like, I feel like I'm wasting my life around. Like, me, I'm not gonna lie, playing this game, I really feel like I've wasted a lot of time I can play in other games. And like that's why I take a break and do Injustice 2. Like, I just got, that still didn't really save me, because I was like, dude, this game is fucking driving me nuts. Like, this game, you marathon this game, you try to play through this game, the only game you play, like, just try to literally grind it out, you will literally, to the end, be like, dude, I'm so happy I beat this game. Not for listening, it's like negative reinforcement. Like, I'm happy to beat this game because I'm fucking tired of playing this game. Like, you just want to move on to something else. And it's just like, you know, that's really like, you know, all I got to say about the game. Like, I hate to come in here and just poop on it. Cause I put a lot of time on here. I literally maxed my character out all the way. Like, I did all, I hit every branch of leveling up. But like, I'm talking about, like, I took out every single person in the web, every single mission. And I'm saying, like, you know, I left a lot of side missions undone because they're unstopped. They don't go away. They're forever. And, you know what I'm saying? I collected everything. You know, I did all that stuff. And I was just like, dude, I'm over this game. Like, this game right here, when I beat this game, I will probably never, ever, ever put it back in my system. That's just a fucking fact. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, it's not that it's a terrible game, but like, it's too open world. And then something I didn't mention before, it's open world, but like, the world feels empty. Like, it is not an immersive world whatsoever. And it's gross looking, low key. Like, it's not even a world that's like you enjoy really being in. Like, you can max out like maybe like 2-3 hours in this world. Like, this game makes me appreciate Mass Effect Andromeda more. Like, I was like, damn. Like, I was kind of like I don't mind being able to play some Mass Effect. Like, this Bolivia, dude, it may be a beautiful country in reality, but fuck virtual video game Bolivia. That place blows. It's terrible. It's not a place you want to visit. It's not. It's just not fun. And then just like this game broke me, almost broke me as a gamer. It almost broke me. I almost low-key thought I'd be like, just make this shit early. Like, listen, I didn't beat this shit. I don't care. I'm done. I almost had to record this game. Be like, you know what, this game just, I can't do it no more. But I stuck it through in the end. And now it's another one for the archive. You know, we on a mission here. We on a mission. But yeah, listen, it's time. I can't talk about this game no more. I just can't. Everything Ghost Recon in my brain right now needs to get fucking deleted. It needs to go away. Hey, it was a ride. It was a little roller coaster, but I'm riding this ride a little too much. Time to get off. That was a gay ass little analogy. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm trying to get off fake deep. All right, yeah, we out this boy. All right.